The secret of the Whispering Woods. Once upon a time, in a small village called Moonbrook, there lived a curious little girl named Lila. Lila had big brown eyes, a gentle smile, and an endless love for stories. Every night, she would ask her grandmother to tell her about the mysterious whispering woods that bordered their village. "The woods hold secrets, my dear," her grandmother often said with a twinkle in her eye. But she never revealed too much, leaving Lila both curious and excited. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky orange and purple, Lila decided to explore the woods herself. She tied her hair with a red ribbon, slipped on her small leather shoes, and carried a lantern. "I'll only look," she whispered, promising herself she wouldn't go too far. As she stepped inside, the woods seemed alive with soft rustling sounds. The trees stood tall like ancient guardians, and their leaves shimmered silver under the moonlight. Suddenly, she heard a voice. "Welcome, little one," the voice said. Lila gasped and looked around, but saw no one. "Who's there?" she asked, gripping her lantern tighter. "Do not be afraid," said the voice again, this time softer, like a breeze. From behind a tree, a small glowing owl appeared. Its feathers sparkled like tiny stars, and its eyes were golden. "I am Oren, the guardian of the Whispering Woods," the owl said. Lila's fear faded, replaced by wonder. "Do the woods really whisper?" she asked. Oren nodded. "The trees hold memories, and if you listen closely, you can hear their stories." Lila tilted her head and listened. At first, she only heard rustling leaves, but soon, soft whispers began to form words. "Long ago," the trees murmured, "this forest was home to magical creatures." Lila's eyes widened with excitement. "What happened to them?" she asked. Oren flapped his wings gently. "Some vanished, some hid, and one very important creature still remains hidden." Lila's heart raced. "Can I find it?" "Only if you are brave, kind, and clever," said Oren. "Follow the path of glowing stones, and you will discover the secret." Lila looked down and noticed faintly glowing pebbles scattered along a narrow path. She took a deep breath and followed. The deeper she went, the cooler the air became. Strange but gentle sounds echoed around her like humming from invisible voices. The forest floor sparkled with dew, and fireflies floated like lanterns in the night. Soon, she reached a small wooden bridge. The bridge was old, with ropes that creaked as the wind blew. "Cross carefully," Oren warned, flying beside her. As she stepped onto the bridge, the wood groaned. Halfway across, Lila heard the whispers again. This time they said, "Be brave, little dreamer." Encouraged, she walked steadily until she reached the other side. There she found a clearing with a shimmering pond. The water reflected the stars above. But when she looked closer, she saw shapes moving within. "What is that?" she whispered. Oren landed beside her. "That," said the owl, "is where the last magical creature rests." Lila knelt beside the pond, her reflection mingling with the stars. Suddenly, the water rippled, and a soft voice emerged. "Why have you come?" it asked. "I seek the secret of the woods," Lila replied bravely. From the pond, a graceful silver fox rose, its fur glimmering like moonlight. Lila gasped in awe. The fox's eyes were kind but filled with sadness. "I am Sailora, the keeper of dreams," the fox said. "Long ago, I brought sweet dreams to children. But fear and forgetfulness weakened my magic." Lila's heart ached for the fox. "Can I help you?" she asked. Sailora nodded slowly. "Only someone pure of heart can rekindle my power. You must find the dream crystal hidden in the forest." "Where do I look?" Lila asked eagerly. "Listen to the whispers," Sailora replied. Closing her eyes, Lila listened carefully. The trees whispered, "Seek the tallest oak, where the stars touch the branches." Lila stood up. "I'll find it," she said confidently. Guided by Oren, she followed the whispers deeper into the woods. The path grew darker, but her lantern glowed brighter, but if encouraging her. Finally, she saw it, the tallest oak she had ever seen. Its branches stretched high into the sky, almost touching the stars. At the base of the tree, roots curled like protective arms. Nestled between them was a glowing crystal. Lila reached for it, her fingers trembling. As soon as she touched it, warmth spread through her, like 1,000 tiny lights. The forest grew brighter, the whispers louder, filled with joy. Oren flapped his wings happily. "You have found it, Lila," he exclaimed. Holding the crystal, Lila hurried back to the pond. Sailora awaited, her silver fur glowing faintly. "Here," Lila said, offering the crystal. As Sailora touched it, a burst of light filled the clearing. The pond sparkled, the trees sang, and the air hummed with magic. Salora's eyes shone brighter than ever. "You have restored my power, dear child," she said softly. "Now, I can bring dreams to the children once more." Lila smiled, her heart filled with joy. The fox bowed her head. "Because of your courage, the Whispering Woods will always welcome you." Oren added, "And you, Lila, are now part of its story." The trees whispered in harmony, "Dreams will live again." Lila felt proud, though her eyes grew heavy with sleepiness. Sailora touched her forehead gently with her nose. "Rest now, little dreamer," she whispered. In an instant, Lila found herself lying in her bed, her lantern on the table beside her. She wasn't sure if it had been a dream or real adventure. But on her pillow lay a tiny glowing feather, Oren's gift. Lila hugged it close and drifted into the sweetest sleep she had ever known. From that night on, every dream was filled with magic, mysteries, and endless wonder. The end. Good night from Dreams Land.